Invitational some time ago. I remember he was such a nice guy. Me and my friend, we're trying out the computers up in the player area. We're trying out the computers, just playing a game against each other, making sure the computers were working fine. And I mean, we are pretty noobish. I mean, we're not pros at all. And WhiteRA comes up and goes into the room and gets really excited when he sees that we're playing. And he's like, "Oh, you guys playing? Oh, I want to watch. Oh," and he's like, "Oh, you should do this, you should do that," like giving us a proper lesson right there. So random, and we were like, "Oh, really? Oh, that's so kind of you, man. Thank you so much." And he was such a nice guy, just being so nice all the time. Also, at the after party, I talked to him. He was so nice to me. I mean, very mannered. Talked about the life situation for the old people in Ukraine, and he's really passionate about old people in Ukraine. He gives a lot of his prize money actually to certain foundations in Ukraine. That makes it easier for especially old people, senior people in his home country, and he's just an overall very, very nice guy.
Yeah, he is known as being Grandpa Toss.
Yeah.
Kind of everyone wants him to be their grandpa, man, because he's so awesome. But over here in the top right-hand corner, we do have, from Infuse, is JonnyREcco. He is 3-1 up in this best of 7 show match. WhiteRA only just took a game on Cloud Kingdom just then, so he's might be starting somewhat of a comeback, but he's got a big mountain to climb, because Johnny's put himself in a very good position. But this could actually be a little test of Johnny, because Johnny, I don't think he's ever been in the huge show match situation before. He's been in Clan Wars before, he's played in tournaments before, online and that. But he's never actually played up against, a prestigious player as WhiteRA in a show match where it's just him and WhiteRA, where everyone's watching on these just two players. Everything's about it. So we'll see how he reacts in this best of 7. WhiteRA doing a better job now immediately, blocking it, and he actually throws down the pylon, so he's going to feel a little bit happier about that. And of course, guys, in the bottom left, didn't do the introduction before, is WhiteRA, who is the red Protoss player, of course, who captures everyone's hearts, and he is over here.
Puts down 2 pylons actually. He cancels the one at the third though, so just one stays up, but he delays the expansion with quite a lot. I mean, his expansion is already halfway done, and Johnny hasn't even started his. So, good play by WhiteRA, I'd say.
Yeah, he's just managed to block the natural, and he's forced him to have to put it down at the third, so the hatchery's going to be a little bit delayed, a little bit longer, and little things like that kind of just annoy your opponent rather than, like, give you any kind of advantage. It's going to make Johnny be like, "Oh, really have to do this? Oh, okay." And he's going to be happy enough to throw that down immediately, but it does kind of make you a little bit annoyed when you can't actually put it down at your natural. So Johnny's going to be thrown off a little bit, but it's not going to be anything too serious, which is going to swing the favour of the game in any way. And Johnny's just going to follow it up by throwing down his natural immediately as well. So
yeah. And I mean, once again, WhiteRA tried to hide the probe there, tried to get up a sneaky pylon possibly, but no way. Just as we said last game, Johnny is so good at, keeping control of the map, knowing what's going on, and he runs straight to the Selnaga towers. That's the first thing he does. He takes control of the Selnaga towers, gets great vision of the map that way, and great control, and he sees the probe that tries to sneak his way over to his side of the map, and he's in pursuit. He's going to take it down, and the WhiteRA, there's no way WhiteRA is going to be able to build a pylon on his side of the map anytime soon.
yeah, that probe again going down. He just got the hatchery though, I think. Did you see that? No, he didn't actually see the hatchery. So might be thinking, oh my god, is Johnny actually just playing on 2 base right now with doing kind of all-in build? Because actually, do you see the one on the bottom right? Yeah, okay, so he knows there's a hatchery in the bottom right, but he doesn't know there's the one on the naturally. I mean, he has to presume that it's on the way at least, but he has no way of knowing for sure just yet.
Yeah. And there's a little bit of a skirmish here at the Selnaga Tower. A nice position with the Sellout though, but there's too many Surgeons out, I think. This Sellout kills a lot of them, but it goes down finally. And once again, a very, very fast third base from WhiteRA. And if he can get this one up, I think JonnyREcco is going to have to do something about it. Last game, he he went for a fourth and a fifth quite late, I'd say, and really didn't punish WhiteRA for this very greedy play at all. I think I kind of got the feeling that was a little bit of a mistake from Johnny. We'll see here if he goes for a more aggressive play or perhaps even more, you know, economic play in this game. Either way, the question is WhiteRA going to get this expansion up? I'd love to see a serving run by or something to deny this third base. But it doesn't seem that would come anytime soon.
No, and this is... I've seen WhiteRA do this recently on NESL, I think it was, against Sheth. He did the exact same build, you know, a 6-minute third. And, you know, what he'll do from now on is he'll try so hard to keep his third alive, but at the same time, he's going to try and deny the fourth of Johnny. He's going to make that his aim. Like, he's going to sit back, he's going to be like, okay... excuse me, guys. He's going to sit back and say, okay, I'm getting up my 3 base, you're going to try and put pressure on, so I'm going to sit back and defend, but he's going to get a pylon in the bottom right corner, or he's going to get War Prism or something, and he is going to harass the hell out of the fourth. He's not going to allow Johnny to get that fourth up, and that is going to be the key of his strategy, because once he starts getting maxed out, you know, with his upgrades and his Immortal Army, you know, he's going to be super scary, pushed across the map, and he's just going to make sure that Johnny doesn't get his fourth up.
Yeah, that's very smart and true of you. And I mean, once again, I think this is the serving run by that I was talking about, but it's so late actually, and the expansion is already up as well as the cannon, so this won't do much at all. Oh, actually he makes his way into the base of WhiteRA. WhiteRA has 2 sentries there, he does force field. Question is he gonna lose them? Loses one and loses the second one as well. That was the only goal that Johnny had there. It was to snipe the sentries, and he does that. So nice play there, and he also scouts the double robotics facilities.
Yeah, I mean, what can you say? That's a blunder from WhiteRA losing them. Losing them sentries. He doesn't want to be replenishing them sentries later on. I mean, he is going to be manning off 6 gases, so his gas income is going to be incredible, but, you know, that's still a lot of gas he's just lost there, straight off the bat. So, I mean, especially as he wants to be making a whole bunch of immortals and probably just wants to be getting blink, you know, Twilight Council is on the way. You know, he doesn't want to be replenishing them. And look, we do see the drone from Johnny just going down and getting this fourth up, but at the same time we have an observer which is going down here and scouting as well. Is it going straight down to scout this fourth base? He will just see it, yes. Now, what is WhiteRA going to do to deny this? I was saying before, when I watched him on on the NESL map against Sheth, he just made it his goal to stop that. And look, 2 War Prisms in production. Now this is what I was talking about. He is just going to do mass harassment. He's going to go at the natural, the fourth, sorry, he's going to go at the fourth, and then he's going to go into the main, and he's going to try and drag Johnny out of position with these War Prisms. Now this is typical WhiteRA, getting out these War Prisms and doing a lot of harassment, but Johnny is getting a very quick 5th up. Now this is interesting because in the game against Sheth didn't go for that so quickly. He went for the 4th base and tried to get that one up and secure, but didn't go for this 5th in the middle. So I'm really intrigued to see how this plays out.
Yeah, and I'm looking, he got the robotic spear right now, and I'm thinking it might be an idea to go for the gravitic drive here, the War Prism speed, since he's going for so many War Prisms, or is he actually going to go for the extended thermal lance as is common? Yeah, he goes for the thermal lance instead. No speed for the War Prisms, and this is so nice play by WhiteRA. And yeah, JonnyREcco is going to have to be at 2 places at the same time, because that's what WhiteRA is going to be. WhiteRA is going to be. He's going to be at both the expansion at his main base. A nice funnel though, you know, trapping all these sellouts and the War Prism. But the main base of Johnny is under attack though.
Yeah, now this is the sheer strength of this build. Like I said, if he's putting pressure on Johnny himself, no pressure is coming to him, so he can get that 3rd base up without any kind of pressure or problems at all. But he did lose that War Prism at the 4th, and he is going to lose this little force of Zealot here, and he is actually cancel that, and he is going to push back. So Johnny, for the meantime, I mean, he holds this off as perfectly as he can. I mean, his 4th is up, his 5th is up. He's getting spine crawlers at his 4th. He is at 179 supply to 130. He's got Infestor tech. He's getting 2 Spires because he sees the Colossus tech. And Johnny is in perfect position right now. Absolute perfect position.
Yeah, and yeah, like you said, I mean, being up on this many bases is nice, but we should remember, though, we touched on this before, the fact that Protoss on three bases, like I said, it's the type of, amount that you, as a Protoss player, you can get up pretty much anything you want in the tech tree of Protoss. So, I mean, WhiteRA right now, though, taking even a fourth right now, and once again, I'm talking about this punishing your opponent. Do you think that Johnny would like to punish WhiteRA for taking this fourth base, maybe deny it, maybe try to do some real damage soon?
I'm not really too sure. I mean, because WhiteRA is trying to get his fourth up now, so he is just going to be
Yeah.
sitting back a little bit, and he is getting that mothership out. So he is
Mm-hmm.
going to be looking to get some Archons out and stuff. He already has a Twilight Council. He has a Fleet Beacon out, obviously, for the mothership, so we could see kind of a Stargate play. And we do see a Stargate down as well, actually. So, like, we could see carriers as well, which is not out of the question. We do see a War Prism going down to the fourth, as well as the one at the main, again, forcing some lost mining time here. Johnny already has two Corruptors in position to deal with this War Prism, and he fungles the War Prism, and that will go down. And in the main
And
again.
once again, Johnny is so on top of things here. I mean, he has Corruptors out, and that's perfect for the fact that there's Colossus out on the map. Nothing takes him by surprise, and yeah, these War Prism harassments that's coming from WhiteRA is not doing any real damage at all because JonnyREcco is on top of everything right now.
Yeah, but it's buying himself time to get his fourth up. Now, this is the important part. He's got his fourth up now. He's getting his tech up. He's got Archons on the way. He's getting +3. His mothership's about to be done. He's got more High Templars here. He hasn't got Storm, so he will make them into Archons. More Archons there. So he's just going to look to get a max out army and then look to nail some absolute crucial vortexes, but Johnny is responding correctly. Look how many spine crawlers he's throwing down at his fifth. Now this is so important because if he gets all of his broodlords vortexed and then Archon toileted, he still has all of these spine crawlers in which to fall back to. So he won't die immediately, and then he can remax again using his bank to remax. So that is why it's so important, because if he doesn't have them spine crawlers there and he gets a perfect vortex down, WhiteRA just one-airs across the map and kills Johnny, and then Johnny can't do anything about that.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, WhiteRA, he has a very, very formidable army right now. Both of the players are maxed, and the question is, WhiteRA, he has fourth base, and